Welcome back to Save Toys. I'm your host, Travis, a professor of Kissology, which really comes in handy for this week's episode of What I Think, Volume 8. Now, you remember the rules of what I think. It's what I think, it's not necessarily what you think. And so there's a lot of freedom in there. You can agree, you can disagree, but all I ask is that you enjoy this episode and subscribe, and this is another episode of Save Toys. Just like Santa Claus on December 25th, another episode of Save Toys come and gone. Now, on this episode of What I Think, we're going to do a mini review as we take a look at my Kiss Road album that I picked up at my local Walmart. It's the Best of Kiss album, and right away I know it's got Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer on it. I know there's a lot of controversy about them wearing Peter Criss and Ace Frehley's makeup, and let me just clear the air where I stand. I really wish they had taken the Eric Carr and the Vinnie Vincent route and come up with their own identities, but hey, it's what they do. It's Kiss. I still love the band. Now, you can pause it if you need to see all the great songs on this record album. A lot of good ones, like, of course, Rock and Roll All Night, that's an anthem. But I love Crazy Nights and Shandy, two of my favorite Kiss songs. So with that, we're going to talk about why we're here on this episode of Save Toys. Now, I'm kind of restating what I just said. There is a specific reason why we're doing this episode. Now, I love action figures, superheroes, and I personally am a big Kiss fan. Now, I know that this is a family Christian action figure review channel, and I know there's a lot of Christians that don't like that. Again, let's agree to disagree. Let's respect each other's beliefs. Be kind in the comments on whatever side of the fence you're on. But I want to be more pointed about what I talk about on this week's episode of What I Think. A couple years ago, I saw an interview with Gene Simmons and a reporter, interviewer, I can't remember who it was, but he asked him some questions about God. And Gene Simmons kind of gave some pretty hard answers. Now, I've read his biography. He grew up in Jewish school. He probably knows the Old Testament better than me. And he's very well versed in the Bible from his youth. With that, the answers he gave were what we would consider as Christians disrespectful to God. But my heart just hurt when I saw the episode. I wasn't offended. I wasn't angry in return. It's one thing whenever you see someone talk ugly about God. God's my Heavenly Father. I love Him and I'm connected to Him. And I really don't want people being ugly about Him. If you choose to do that, you're free to do it just like I'm free. But his answers, though they were harsh, really came from a place of hurt. And that's always stuck out in my mind. And I've always wanted to meet him. Now, I know I'm just a little old action figure reviewer. I'm not any kind of celebrity status at all. But I actually pray that one day the Lord would bring our paths to cross, because I really would like to call his attention back to this interview that he did and really maybe help with some of the questions that he had about God. Because I think he was really asking some sincere questions. I think it came more from hurt and misunderstanding than hate and anger. And my heart really broke for him. I pray for him. I want him to get saved and would really love to meet him. So Gene Simmons, I know you're probably not watching this action figure review channel. I know you're a big superhero buff, so maybe the Lord will bring you across this channel someday. But my name is Travis Housley. I host Save Toys, and I have a burden for you, and I'm praying for you. Now, back to all the fans here at Save Toys. Thank you for bearing with me, whether you agree with me as far as on a Christian level or not, and you're a follower of the show. I know we generally talk about action figures, but again, at our core, we are a Christian-based channel, a family-based channel. So though I really enjoy doing action figures here, I don't want to stray from what makes Save Toys, if that makes sense. But thank you again for joining us on this week's episode of Save Toys. Again, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Very thankful that you showed up here. And as always, if you like it, collect it. Until next week.